Welcome to Get Geeked Live. What's going on, everybody? Mick Manhattan, I'm back live. I'm going to be coming at you Wednesday nights. This is an AMA of sorts. Please feel free to throw out topics you want to talk about in the geek world. Let's get to it. What we got? We got a lot of stuff that's been happening lately. San Diego Comic-Con's coming up at the end of the month. Probably be some big announcements. You can go check that out over on our Patreon. But yeah, let's talk about it. Anybody see the glimpse of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner? And they also had Hawkgirl in there. The Superman movie is adding a lot of heroes, and I'm enjoying it. But I am here, and I'm ready to answer your questions or talk about the topics you want to talk about. Just give a like, throw out the topic, and we will talk about it. Appreciate you. So let's get it going. All right. See what topics we have coming up. And welcome. I hope everybody's getting ready to have a great 4th. Anybody drinking? Having fun? It's all about. All right. Let me get some stuff in order. And later tonight after this, I hope you guys will check it out. We have Harvester Sturdy is going to be up. You want to check that out too. And on Friday, we're coming back. For anybody who remembers, make sure you're subscribed so you know we're coming back with the Snob Nation Morning Show. It's quite fun. Go check that out. Ooh, get that comment? Well, oh my God. If it isn't the lovely. What is your favorite drinking movie? Oh my God, that's a tough one. There's some good ones. All right, what's my favorite drinking movie? Well, okay. I'm going to parameter this a little bit because you can call a lot of things drinking movies. You call Smokey and the Bandit drinking movies and you don't see him pop a beer, so, but it's all about grabbing that beer. So I would say movies that where you're drinking to excess, things like that can be considered, whether it be comedically, whether it be dramatically or anything like that, it can be considered a drinking movie. So some of I love Beer Fest for the comedic effect. I love Beer Fest. And I would even throw Super Troopers on top of that as a drinking movie. Great movies from the comedy realm. But if I'm going to, and by the way, you owe me a like for this question that I'm talking about. So get in there. But we're also going the other way with it. There's a movie called The Verdict with Paul Newman. He played a lawyer. It's like a drunken, down and out lawyer. He can't even think about the law. He's so shaken from just so much, and the alcoholism keeps him pushing at best. And it's just a really, really well done movie. And he plays as a drinking movie, and to see somebody go through that it's like an outstanding performance, by the way. That's a movie everybody should check out for sure. Another one that's really good deals with alcoholism is The Lost Weekend from 1947. It's about a guy who goes on a bender and just like everything he goes throughout that weekend while he's on that bender. And it's just a brilliant movie. So if you haven't checked that out, but to lighten it up a little bit with some more drinking, or if I'm drinking, or partaking in other legal activities, I would say, what are some good movies to watch while drinking? Back in the day, Super Troopers is always one. My brother and I used to watch that a lot. My one brother, and then my other brother and I used to watch Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know why, but when you're hammered, it's they're funny as hell. If that type of drinking, if you want to talk, drinking movies, if you want to say that. But everybody keep your topics coming. Just throw us a like and put on a topic in the comments, and let's talk about it. Let's get geeky with it. But yeah, we're talking drinking movies. And tell me what are some of your drinking movies, your favorite drinking movies? What am I missing? Because I know a lot of college movies I could say, which are great. I would say like a drinking movie is like American Pie, right? Or is that more of a coming of age, or can it count for both? Yeah. Well, those are my drinking movies, as I said. But one thing I will say, it is July 3rd. And I think for all my horror fans out there, we all know what we need to be watching today, and that is Return of the Living Dead, a classic. I love that movie. So it takes place on July 3rd, so I hope everybody's watching it because it's great. What are some of your 4th of July movies? All right, let me ask you this. Answer in the comments. What's the best 4th of July movie? And I'm only going to give you 4. I'm going to say Hamilton, Independence Day, The Sandlot, or Jaws. I'll say Jaws. So let me hear yours. Let me hear your answers. What's the best 4th of July movie? Or do you not watch any of those? Are those not go-tos for you? What is your go-to? I'd love to hear it for sure. It's going to be great. All right. I am excited. Ready to go. Oh. Let me grab this. Please throw out your comments, and I will be happy to discuss what you want to talk about. All right, let's see. I love Neighbors with Zac Efron as a drinking movie. That's a good one. I like that one too. I never thought about that. See, that's the thing, like, because Animal House could be a drinking movie, and I love Animal House. It's funny, but man, it just doesn't have the same staying power it used to. For me, like when I was younger, I loved that movie so much. As I got older, it's like, every once in a while, it's fun. But like if you go college movies, then because for me, like that's what I immediately put those in. They're not so much drinking as college movies. Like when I said American Pie, it could be considered, but I consider it more of a high school movie. So yeah, you get there's a lot of them, but Neighbors, because that's a sorority, I kind of get that, but there is another element to it. So that's a good drinking movie. I think a good choice on that one. And Jaws, you say Jaws. All right, we got one vote for Jaws. I love Jaws. I don't know if I would go the route of Jaws, honestly. I mean, I wrote the thing and I'm like, Sandlot. I mean, that's a great freaking movie. But yeah, Jaws is pretty goddamn spectacular. No matter what my good buddy Master Shake says, if he's watching out there. Yeah, I love that movie, and I'd probably be watching it. I might watch. Maybe I'll watch that with my son tomorrow. I feel like he could handle that. I hope he can handle. He's young. I hope he can handle that. I may rethink that. I do love that though. I love being able to watch movies again through his eyes, like that refreshed, renewed feeling. There is nothing like as like a true like deep core movie fan in the sense of like every aspect, not just like all the way down to respect for the PAs who worked on these movies. Like it's just it's such an art form. I love it. And I'm not, and many of you are probably out there like, oh yeah, I understand that completely. And I just, that affinity for everything that surrounds movies, like love of the movie theater, love of, video stores, and desperately wishing those would come back. And like, drive-in theaters. And it's all that stuff. Like all of it is such a culture that I absolutely am in love with. And man, I just get excited thinking about all of that and how that exists, So to put to that point, I love hearing people's first time view of a movie, any movie, whether they're excited or whether they found it dull or they just didn't like it. Oh, like again, and to kind of big them up, a good buddy of mine on Horror Was First 30. That's why I love listening to his show, is because, or watching a show sometimes. It's a lot of great comedy, but like he's picking movies he's never seen. And then he has another one where it's more mainstream movies, not horror, Popcorn and Pints. And like they pick movies they've never seen. and then I get to hear the excitement or the like, even sometimes despair of watching something. I get to hear that, and like, man, walking out of a movie theater and listening to people talk about a movie for the first time, especially if it's an older movie, it's just, I can listen to that. That's like music to me. It's so cool to see how people react to movies, especially when I see it for the first time. And like, I miss that. So like, to that point too, talking about like watching things, like now that I have kids, like when they watch something like for the first time, I get to watch that. I get to witness their faces as they do that and listen to everything they tell me about it. And it's so much fun. And I get that. And that's such a great feeling. But I have to, I'm staggering. I watched so much from a young age, not just horror, like everything across the board. I wanted just to ingest everything. Classic films. I grew up in the 80s, so 80s and 90s, like just everything I get my hands on at the video store, I would just go every day, rent for $1, and just everything, like even all the way through drama and everything else. Like you wouldn't think like a kid would want to see, but like I just had to ingest every bit of it, read every film book, get every magazine, so that way I could just like engulf myself in like all this information about how movies are made and stuff like that, and what it's about and this, that, and just the whole process. So me doing that, there's not a lot I didn't see from an early age. So there's not a lot of like, it's all basically just new to me. There's stuff I can go and find that I've never seen before, and that's very exhilarating. But like, it's mostly independent stuff, that's why I love indie films so much, and all that it gives to me. But like, I've watched most of the mainstream stuff. I watched all the Best Picture winners and nominees for every year. I've seen almost every movie nominated, or for most things. And that's not boasting. I feel like I missed out on understanding certain movies at certain ages. I hated The Shining as a kid, but I get it now at 42, and it's phenomenal to me. And still, like, one of those things, it's like, oh, I don't understand like how people don't get this movie. But when I was 12, I didn't get the movie, and I understand I hated it. And so I almost wish my first watch was at this age, not just, oh, I need to see everything. I need to see everything. Now I'm starting to step back and say, I need to watch things for joy, not just to almost obtain what it is, the information, but I need to watch things for joy, and it's felt so good with movies, especially now. Like, I'm finding myself enjoying a lot sillier than I used to, like, and lightening up to it, and like I enjoy it. Like, sometimes when the stuff goes a little too bleak or too dark, I'm like, you're too negative, like it's because it's just, I want the joy. And that, it's such a good feeling. But like before, it was always analyzing every aspect, and doing it from an early age, watching so many movies. You get to the 42, it's like you've seen majority of the stuff. And I don't want that for my kids. So like, I started thinking and planning about like, okay, what ages work for what movies, because I want them to enjoy it. My kid can watch Friday the 13th, right? Let's say, my older, he can watch Friday the 13th, and he'll get it, and he'll probably like it. But I guarantee you he's going to like it more when he's in high school or in college, because he's at that age where that's what it was. That's who these kids were supposed to be. And he can associate with that. Like, I just think you're going to get it better than when you get out of 12, and I look back at that and I'm like, how, and I'm saying that with horror, but it goes with everything. So like, I'm trying to stagger like what we're watching, what they're seeing, and try and like experiment with it a little bit, and like just see like, okay, why don't we watch this at this age? I think you'll appreciate it when you're in your 20s or something like that. And could you understand jokes better too? And or just the drama of it, the subtext of it all. But yeah, so that is the ramblings of a man who loves movies. Anyways, do you have any topics for me? Happy to throw them out. Give us a like, throw us out a topic in the comments, and we will talk about it. We got a lot of geek stuff going on. I don't need to be geeking out about movies anymore. I'll tell you that much. But no, it's happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm gonna try and do this every Wednesday. It's gonna be real fun. And because I'm going to be doing this, and then I will be joining Jeff Dwoskin's program, Crossing the Streams, as one of his panelists. And I'm very excited. I love that show. I always loved when Jeff would bring me on, and he asked me a lot. There's a lot of times like where it's just like nothing, I could have done it, but I just didn't get a chance. But now that I'm at this point where I can dedicate some time, I'm happy to fill in, and I'm just gonna have a great time with it for sure. So that will be starting next week. So I'll be doing this also, and you guys again, come on, you pick the topics, let's talk about it. Let's see what we got in the geek world, because I know we have some stuff. I have not. I got. You know what I got to do? I'm seeing Plagueis, and then I clicked on it. It was hashtag Plagueis on the not Twitter, X now. God damn it, Elon! I couldn't just leave it. It would drive me nuts. But yeah. So he gets to so I get to that. I click on it and I see the Acolyte. I haven't finished the Acolyte. I am not hearing great things. But I'm not listening to the Star Wars haters when I say that. Like I get why people don't like Star Wars. But like there are people who are just visceral about it. It's like a little, come on, like just can you raise it up to like I just don't like it, but like to tackle it and then tear it apart, no, that's not cool. But this new show, a lot of people I am listening to who I highly respect and what they've done and watch them for years and talk to them. But they're saying I kind of like it does not give me high hopes for the show for sure. But if you guys have seen it, please let me know. What's your favorite quote from The Sandlot? Come on, the great Bambino. That's right. What do you think of day one, and where does it rank in the Quiet Place series for you? All right. I have written the review on Letterboxd, so I'm going to make you go read it. And we did a review of it last night on the show, so I'm going to make you go watch it. I'm going to give you this. I'll give you where it ranks. I did go in detail about it, but you don't know how I feel about the other two. So I put it the best in the series. But James, I love you, buddy. You're going to have to find out by listening to my voice from last night. I appreciate you stopping by, man. How you doing? James, go check him out. James MCD Reviews. He's awesome. Follow him on Instagram. Follow his YouTube. James, if you can, throw it up in the comments and I'll highlight it. Go check it out. I got to be in one of his videos and I was very honored. It was a Deadpool animation video. Stop motion animation. I should give credit to the stop motion. And I got to play a very cool character I've always wanted to play. And I'm going to leave it at that. But go check it out and find my voice. So, yeah. But, man, I tell you, yeah, I'm not talking about what movie can I talk about? Oh, I have never really walked out on a movie before. I've walked out of one movie. No, I'm sorry, two movies. Walked out of two movies now. The first movie was Solaris, the remake with George Clooney. It was horrible. I had to walk out. The Bike Riders, I almost had to walk out on. I liked the movie, but I could not take her accent. It was so grating on me. I was like, I might have to leave. I didn't though. I toughed it out. And then Kinds of Kindness. I walked out. That like I gave 0 stars. I gave 0 stars to Jennifer Lopez's Atlas movie. I refused. They make you on Letterboxd have to do a half a star, and I made sure to put in my review. This is a 0 star rating for me. Like I had to say it. That was a terrible movie. and I still walked out on Kinds of Kindness. I know it's going to do well, and I know people are going to praise it because they think that it makes sense, but it doesn't. And I know I think I'm onto what he's doing. It's not absurdist either, so I'm going to leave it alone. But it's just like I walked out on it. It was a terrible movie, and which astounds me because the actors in it are phenomenal, and they don't give bad performances. They're giving the performances they're directed to give, and yeah, I'm not even going to get into it. What you got for me, buddy? I liked it, but I thought it was the weakest in the series. My comments are not happy. Hey, that's cool, but I'm gonna go listen to yours. You listen to mine, and then we gotta cross over and talk notes. Share notes on it because I'm telling you, I felt differently. I actually thought it was the best in the series. I really liked it. Still go check out I give it full reason. Check out my reasons why. But oh man, sorry, I've been going to the gym more and more, trying to lose that weight. So working out, trying to be healthy too. Remember, I'm 6'8", but my heart's the same size as all of yours. So it's an overdrive. But trying to do that, and I'm getting really I sweat a lot, so I'm getting really dehydrated. I'm not drinking enough water, so you have to excuse me for doing that. But let's throw out some comments. We'll hang out for a little bit longer, and then like I said, maybe hang out. Harvester 30 will be playing on here next, or go check him out on his channel. He's awesome. I know I keep plugging him, but he's my friend, so I don't mind doing that. And just like James and most of you watching, you guys are all awesome. So what was I going to show you guys? I know where. What am I doing? I know it feels like I'm lost, but I'm looking for something to show you guys. I'm sorry. Where? I want to see what everybody thinks of it. I should be better prepared. I know. All right. Come on. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull it up for you guys now. I found it. If you're bored, I'm sorry. But this show is all about you guys picking topics, and I'm not exactly getting them ready, so I've got to come up with some. Let's see this. So, bigging this up. So, this is who they're going with, Guy Gardner. I love Nathan Fillion. I hate that haircut. It's so bad. But it's bad in the comics, too. So, I'm not, it's cool that it's sort of accurate. It's not red. It's blonde, but that could just be the picture or whatever. I mean, it's not, they could be fixing it in post. Whatever. It's just so stupid. I love that he's willing to wear it, though. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, and then they show there's Hawkgirl. Who is that? James, help me out. Who is that? Is that Wonder Man? No. Who is that? I don't know. James, help me out. Throw it out to me. Okay, get my back. Yeah, it's just I'm interested. I think he's going to do a good time. The more I see of this Superman movie, the more excited I get. It's gonna I don't know why everybody was doubting James Gunn. I was like, give him a chance, man. He did a really good thing with minor characters in the Marvel universe. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. James, you're killing me, man. I need you for my comic book guys. My brain don't work like that. I can't. I have a whole collection. I need to start reading it again. I need to start letting my kids read it. Certain ones. But yeah, no. Honestly, though, that hair is so stupid. Oh, but it's gonna be awesome. That's the thing. It's gonna be awesome. It's James Gunn. He's awesome. Everybody shits on him, and I don't understand it. It's a good choice. You could have had The Rock at one point. Good luck. At least James Gunn, you're gonna get something really special, and at least quirky. which is fun. That's what I liked about his Suicide Squad. The first one could have been that, and there were characters that were like that, but David Ayers, he didn't get what he wanted, and he should have. I think if David Ayers did a full-on version, R-rated version, it would have been good. So I'm not faulting him. That WB and them always getting involved, I always fault them for that. But now that they've given it to James Gunn and just let it go, I think this is the right move. No oversight, go, just make it happen and get this franchise going. And I think he's choosing the right things. I think he's just killing it. That suit looks a little more uniformy than I like on Superman. But I'm not against it either, because it did look uniformy in the New 52. Almost some parts of it was metal, which would make no fucking sense, but whatever. But this one doesn't look like that, but it does look like he's wearing a Kevlar suit a bit, and that doesn't help with the whole he's bulletproof naked. Why would he need a Kevlar suit? Anyway, I trust James Gunn. He's going to do a great job. So long as the studio keeps their grubby little hands off, we might actually have halves. I think they are. I think you're not going to pull James Gunn in to do this if you're going to keep doing that oversight. No way. There's no way. You can't do it. You have to, there's no way he would have done it. There's no way he would have taken over if they didn't. Now, can they take it away? Yeah. I mean, there's always, they can fuck it up. But I think he's going into this with no oversight. And I think that's where we need no oversight, is at the beginning. Okay, we'll give him these. Let's give him a try. No oversight. And I bet he's going to fucking kill it with a lot of these projects. And it's going to be a hit. I'm predicting that DC is probably going to be better than Marvel movies in the next 4 years. We're going to want to flock to the theaters for that, and we're going to have problems with Marvel. Now I hope they fix that and they prove me wrong. Again, I have no problem being wrong, because all that means is I'm getting great movies on both sides, and that's what I want. So please prove me wrong. I'm begging you, but I'm hoping that you're taking the fact that I don't believe in you as a challenge right now, which you're not, because you don't give a shit what I think. But seriously, I take it as a challenge. You guys are shit in the bed right now. You and I'm going to throw Star Wars in there. Star Wars. You're shit in the bed right now. All of you. How do we fix this? Fix it the best way you can. Do better. Do better. Take it as a challenge. Don't let DC beat you. Make this shit like the Monday Night Wars, where you're always trying to one-up each other. That's what I'm all about. You guys, if you like what we're saying here, we have many more entertaining shows in other realms. But keep up to date with us here at Patreon. Sign up for free. You get your newsletter each week. You're going to get movie reviews, written movie reviews. You get some videos, links, things like that. Some special stuff, discounts thrown out. And if you do want to become a paid member to take advantage of some of those perks, please, by all means. It all goes back into supporting this and helping keep the lights on. So we appreciate you. But yeah, definitely follow so you can keep up to date with everything for sure. But man, what you got, James? What are we doing? Oh, all right. Need that. Deadpool, Fantastic Four, and X-Men 97 are the only Marvel projects I'm genuinely excited for now. Deadpool, I am. Deadpool's gonna be fun, regardless if we walk away from Deadpool saying anything like, it wasn't a good movie, but it was a good movie. It was fun. It was a really fun, great time, and you got to see a lot of things. It was fan service out of the ass. I'm hoping it's more in the realm of you have all that's fun in the fan service, but it feels like Spider-Man No Way Home, but we'll see. I'm excited for it. I am. And I think it's going to just be a really great time. But I don't know if it's going to be the be all end all to save Marvel. And unless they get their shit together, and it doesn't feel like they are, because they're putting out shows now that I just downright don't watch. I'm just like, nah, whatever. And I don't rush to the theaters like I used to for Marvel movies. It's just not there for me. I will be there for opening weekend for Deadpool and Wolverine, but because I know it's going to be a good movie, because they're going to make a good movie. They wouldn't all come together to do this if they weren't going to make the movie they wanted to make, and Marvel wasn't going to just, kind of shit down their necks on it. So I think it will be good for that reason. If I didn't do YouTube, I probably wouldn't have watched a lot of the recent MCU shows. Yeah. And I mean, that's your avenue too. So like that, it's important for you. And like Echo, I just didn't care. A Secret Invasion ruined so much for me. And I know people can go back even farther with it. But most of the shows that came out, I genuinely at least have fun with. Even She-Hulk was like, it was a debacle in a lot of ways, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't care. I know a lot of people were just up in arms about a lot of stuff with it, but I was just like, whatever. I don't care. It's fun. I don't know. Kick my ass, whatever. But yeah, but nothing after Secret Invasion. I was just so disgusted with it all. That was so bad. And to have Samuel L. Jackson, to ask that man to come and head a TV show with a cool character that we like already, and even a really good surrounding cast. I mean, that cast was brilliant, but it just, oh my God, it's like you had all this talent and you threw AI scripts at it or something. Like, especially like the beginning of it, bad AI. And still not perfect. But yeah, oh my God. That was Madam Web bad. Oh, but he has such great actors in it. Oh man, that really kicked my ass. She-Hulk was dumb, but hate it. Like, that's the thing though. She-Hulk was. I'm not gonna argue it. It's not like I'm flocking back to it. But I like Tatiana Maslany. She was funny in it. Like, I thought she was really good in both as She-Hulk and when like she was, Jennifer. Like, there were genuinely fun scenes, like seeing Daredevil take the walk of shame in a suit was funny as hell. And if you read the comics, it's not like that happens, but like it's like dude does it. Like that's who he is. And I love it. I love that they added that element, and it was fun and quirky and weird. Did it warrant any type of season 2? No, because it wasn't that good of a film. It became self-aware of it, and like Kevin Feige was a thing. Like, there were stupid ass parts, but I don't hate it like I do Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion was so stupid. Oh man. But yeah, well, throw out your topics, everybody. If not, I'll probably be taking off pretty soon. Going out. Gonna enjoy watching the new Beverly Hills Cop. I'm gonna be reviewing it next week. But I love Beverly Hills Cop. Number 2 is my absolute favorite of all time. I love Tony Scott too, so that's always gonna be. But I'm just super excited to watch this one. Again, people I really highly regard and respect, and for reviews, have ranked it pretty high and given it great reviews, shining reviews. So I'm very excited to see it. Let's see. Oh, it's a good question. I don't have a ranking list of my favorites for this year. I'd have to go on Letterboxd and look everything over and really do it right. But And follow me, guys, on Letterboxd. You can go down to the link tree below. Or there's links to it on the Patreon if you join up on that too. But yeah, and you'll get my reviews on there from Letterboxd as well. Let me pull some up. Let me remember what so like some of my favorites from this year. Let's see. I liked Monkey Man. I don't know if it was one of my favorites, but I liked Monkey Man. I had a lot of fun with. I'm not even going to put it near my tops or my favorites, but I did like Godzilla X Kong. It was just the right amount of silliness and everything that I liked. But I did like Monkey Man. I did Fall Guy. I love Fall Guy. Like it's so silly. It does not take itself seriously at all. And honestly, a lot of those, like the exaggerated hyperbolic nature of all of the film crew, you might think like, oh man, isn't, but like it's not far off. There's not the movie quoting or like he's screaming when he says traveling when he's crossing. Oh my god, like I have flashbacks towards like, just being on set, which is always a joy. But yeah, it's just all that stuff. Like there's so many. It was more fan service to the stunt world, and which I have a very high love and respect and regard for. I've always loved stunts. I need to get more people on the show for stunts. I love talking to him, but like that movie really just hit home. Like, and I heard somebody comment about how does a film crew, how can a film crew like get that together and blah blah. Because a well-oiled, efficient film crew, people who are fantastic at their jobs and know what they're doing, can set that shit up like that. You give them an hour, I guarantee you they're like the A-Team. They can make it happen. At any film crew where if they are just established and ready to go, and or even if you are newer to it, but you're with a lot of veterans and you're just willing to listen and just keep going, you're fucking good. You're good. They can get anything done, hands down. I love it. So it was one of my favorites. I liked Roadhouse a lot. Gave that a good review. I hated Ricky Stenicki. Fucking hated Ricky Stenicki. I liked the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, but not enough to put it on the top. I did not like I saw the TV Glow. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. Hated Argyle. I thought that was so stupid. I'm going to tell you, it's not been a good year. In my opinion, it just hasn't been a good year for movies. The First Omen was terrible. Madam Web was just ugh. It's just like hurts to think about. Unfrosted wasn't good. Chapter 1, Strangers sucked. Sucked. Abigail was pretty good. I liked Abigail. Trigger Warning was horrible. And that's about all I got on it. So yeah, those are some of my favorites. I'm enjoying the fun actiony movies lately. Oh my fucking god, how did I forget Dune 2? How did I forget number 1? There you go. Dune 2 is brilliant. I'll tell you, I like Austin Butler. Yeah, I could see why. Not a church movie. That was so bad. How do you have Jamie Foxx as God and Mickey Rourke as the devil in your movie, and it's horrible? Oh, the new motorcycle. Hey, what's going on? Lord Duncan's Rockin' World. I love it. Thank you. Hey, hopefully gotcha here. So like the new motorcycle movie, any good? The Bike Riders. For me, it was good, but they do this thing where it's very non-linear how they tell the story, and it's told from the perspective of Jodie Comer's character, and she's talking to a reporter in the future about the life in the past, and her accent and just her accent and just the character she puts forth in this is so bad that like when she's in it, when she's in the scenes that she's narrating, it's very good. I love the biker scenes. Everything with the bikers is great. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I was like, there's a lot of things about it. Like I was not even really a hang around with the club, and I got to know a lot of different guys in different clubs and stuff, and there's a lot to the culture where I was like, man, this is cool. Like I see, I see the beginning part of it, and then at the end, like I was like, there are parts that like that too, that can get that bad. She wasn't so annoying in those parts. She was okay, but the accent was still pretty harsh. And I realized that's a lot to say to make a movie feel like, I don't want to crap on a movie, but like it does take you out of it. It was too much. So I didn't give it such a great rating. I think I gave it like 2.5, but out of 5. But I do say go see it, check it out, especially if you're in a biker culture and biker movies. I dug it. Some of it could feel a little fantastical, but pretty good. It's based on real events. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the info. I still want to go to it. No, you should absolutely. I love bikes, and I just subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that. We love them here too. Honestly, trying to get to 500 subscribers. All right. I will. I absolutely will. I'll type that in right now. I do that. I'll do that live. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Put your stuff below. Yeah, definitely want to check out your stuff. Okay. All right. Where are you? Rockin' world, baby. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wanna play or steal any music or anything, but boom, subscribe, my friend. There you go. Oh yes, you are now at 69 dudes. All right. I love that. I love that I got that. I love that. It's always a special night. I'm subscriber number 69, and I'm forever subscriber number 69. You can never take that away from me. So hopefully, I hope you don't kick me off and I have to do it again, but it'll be later. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate you stopping by. If you have any time, jump on, in the comments. We love talking to people. So love to hear what you got. Oh man, this is fun. A fun night. 4th of July coming up. Man, you guys still haven't told me, like, what's your favorite 4th of July movie? 69 forever, baby. I love it. Brings me back to an excellent adventure. But yeah, favorite 4th of July movie. Let's see. I said Jaws, Independence Day, The Sandlot, or Hamilton. I'll throw that in there because it became very popular. But you let me know in the comments. But I am going to get off soon because, like I said, we got another show starting soon, Horror Source 30. So I hope you guys check that out. They are reviewing The Other Side of the Door. It should be very fun. We play it here on our channel, but definitely go check him out and subscribe over there. I think I'm bigging up Sturdy this week more than the Scene Snobs. So, guys, the Scene Snobs. Let me tell you about it a little bit before I get out of here. If you ever want to keep in the know, go join our Patreon. We have a free, just like join up, follow free, and then you get our newsletter each week. Like I said, reviews, all that fun stuff. And then of course we have other tiers available. If you want those perks, please, thank you, and we appreciate the support. We will take your money. Thank you, and hopefully supply you with tons of entertainment. Ooh, let's see what you got here. Jaws, saw it in the drive-in. Yes, I saw it in the drive-in too. That's very awesome. When I was like 6, I fell asleep halfway, but I remember the scene where the yellow raft drifts. Oh yeah, blood's around it, but the kid was gone. Yeah, that is a wicked scene. He did such a great job. I remember one time I was living in California, and I was just like, I think it was after like a long shoot, and I was like, it was like 4 a.m. on AMC, Jaws is on, and I'm laying on the couch and I'm like passed out. And like at the beginning of the movie, I started passing out. And then an earthquake hit. And some of those earthquakes shifted me right off the couch. I woke up And on the TV is when the shark comes into the boat and its eye is like real up close, like, you know, like right there. I nearly shit myself. That's how scary that was. I love that movie, man. It gets me every time. For sure. But yeah, guys, check us out. Oh, we got some cool stuff going on. In case you guys weren't aware, we had last night's new podcast out. Sir Sturdy joined in for that with Paul and I. And it was our 4th of July episode. We talked about a lot of fun stuff. We gave our top 5 buddy cop movies. We talked about movie props that we wish were real that we could have, and a ton more. We just so much fun. Yeah, and we reviewed Horizon and The Quiet Place, A Quiet Place Day 1. We also, like I said, follow our Patreon. You get to our newsletter. I love that. I made that. So it's been fun building the whole thing. So I just want to make sure you guys saw it. But if you want, again, we're on our Patreon if you want to join our newsletter. Appreciate you. And then, of course, we have a new episode of Does It Suck Out over on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, check it out. And we were watching Beverly Hills Cop 3. And we go over a little history of it and the making of it. And then we give you our review. Check us out here. Get Geeked Live Wednesdays. You pick the topics. Throw them up in the comments. We'll talk about them. And then every other Friday, starting this Friday, we are back. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we had a morning show, and it is back. A Snob Nation morning show, hosted by yours truly, and we'll have guests come on, guest hosts, other third mics, and stuff like that. It is going to be a great time. So hopefully you will join in. Yes, Friday mornings at 8, every other Friday. And it's starting this Friday, July 5th at 8 a.m. So make sure you check in. I'll keep you entertained. But I'll say thank you guys for joining in, throwing up your comments. It was nice meeting all of you. Lord Duncan's Rockin' World, thank you very much. Appreciate you. But yeah, keep joining back. Just like, subscribe. Like I said, follow the Patreon for more information, all our links and stuff. And we appreciate you. Also, you get in our Discord. We'd love for you to join our Discord. But you got to join the Patreon. So like in the free tier, and then we will sign you up. So join up on the Discord because we're having fun conversations over there. And we're asking fun questions about movies and way, way more. So I think right now we're having a movie marathon going on in the Discord. So you might want to go check that out. But until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan. Thank you guys so much. And, you know, just stay groovy. All right. That's what you got to do. I often say be kind, you know, take care of yourselves because that's important. Stay classy and also stay groovy. It's 4th of July, man. Stay